I'm gonna hold them all if it's the last thing I do. Oh my gosh, okay, I don't think I can pick up. Good morning, YouTube! So today I'm finally doing my September book haul. It is so overdue, so crazy overdue, and I have no time to film. So I'm actually filming this on the 10th of October. Hopefully it will go up on the 10th of October if I'm lucky. But now you know how slow I am at editing if it doesn't go up. So yeah, I've got so many videos that I need to edit, but I've got so much going on with uni and stuff like that, and even right now I actually need to run out of the house in about 2 minutes, so let's try and make this the quickest book haul ever, even though I have like a billion books. Book buying bans, they just don't work on me. So let's go! Okay, so first up are actually some university books that I think I've put up in a video called Unboxing, if I've managed to put that up yet. Really, I should put that up first. Xena, editing Xena, put that video up first. So yes, I have Foe by J.M. Coetzee. I don't know how to say his name. It's like some kind of Robinson Crusoe. It's some kind of Robinson Crusoe retelling thing, loose thing. I don't know. It's for uni. I bought it because I had to. I then have this giant, like thousands and thousands of pages book called The Oxford Shakespeare, The Complete Works, 2nd edition, again for uni. All the Shakespeare plays. Not much else to say about that, except it breaks my back every time I have to carry it to uni. Okay, so I was actually sent a few books this month, so I'm going to go through them first. I was sent Jomla by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. This is the sequel to Illuminate. I haven't actually read Illuminate yet, but I do own it. I have bought it this month, so I definitely need to jump on it and read it, so I'm not going to look at the back of this one. I've heard such great things about Illuminate though. I feel like everybody in the community kind of is aware of them. So yes, let me know in the comments if you guys are really excited about Jomla, because it looks so cool. I love these books and how many like different photo-y pages there are in it. I don't know. I'm really excited. So then I was also sent Darkness Follows by L.A. Weatherly. I've actually read the first one, Broken Sky, and it is so good. It's basically, I'm not going to tell you about this one again because it's the sequel, but it's basically an alternate history type thing where in the 1940s there's sort of been this big war, it all got resolved, and now instead of the sort of society that we have, they have this thing called peace fighters, where whenever there is sort of a law amongst two different countries that needs to be resolved, they send up these Spitfire-like planes who battle it out, and whoever wins the law kind of thing. So it's really interesting, and there's a lot of astrology in it as well. There's sort of like this dictator who rises up and uses astrology and astronomy to control the masses, so you're kind of dictated whether you're a good person or a bad person depending on your star sign and sort of the whim of the dictator. So yeah, it's really interesting. I've not seen or read anything to do with astrology before, and it is just, I love it. I love L.A. Weatherly's writing anyway, so yes, can't wait to read this one. Need to pick it up so soon, and now the little packet thing is coming out. Oh yeah, I also managed to get this one signed because I met her recently and did an interview which should be up ASAP. But yes, so now I have all my Lee Weatherly books signed, and oh, I am so happy. Next, I was sent a copy of The Other Life by Julia Gray, and this is sort of to do with Norse mythology and a guy who can sort of see the other life, and so yeah, it's focused a lot around Norse mythology, and it has the most beautiful cover. I'm in love with it. Can't wait to read it. We're trying to do this quickly, so I'm not going to talk too much about these books, or I'm going to try not to, so if you want to hear more about it, I'm sure I will talk about it in wrap-ups and in just other videos. So yes, The Other Life. I was also sent this gorgeous copy of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, illustrated by Tony Ross, and it has all these gorgeous illustrations that sort of remind me of like Horrid Henry and stuff like that, and they're so pretty. Basically, Anderson Press sent me this because I love Alice in Wonderland, and I really want to do like an Alice in Wonderland collection kind of video because it is one of my all-time favourite Disney movies along with Beauty and the Beast, so I kind of love to collect all the different illustrations. So now I have this gorgeous one, even though it is for like children, I don't care. It's Alice in Wonderland. You're never too old for Alice in Wonderland. Okay, I also picked up a copy of What's a Girl Gotta Do by Holly Bourne. I saw this in Waterstones for £1 because it's slightly damaged, but it's not too bad, and I mean for £1 I've really wanted to read the Spinster trilogy for a while because I've heard so many people talking about it. I'm not sure if this is book 1, 2 or 3, but I'll probably need to pick up the other ones. But for £1, you can't really say no. So from what I've heard about the Spinster trilogy, it's to do with a group of girls. It's kind of like your typical teenage angsty finding yourselves. I don't know. I'm looking forward to reading it though. And they all have these really bold and bright covers, which I love. I have like a crazy amount of books this month, guys. Next up, More of Me by Catherine Evans. I've actually read this one since sort of buying it, and it is so damn good. Literally, the word original was created for this book. It follows a girl called Tiva who every year on her birthday she splits into two, leaving a younger version of herself forever fixed at that age, locked in her house, locked away, and it's about Tiva trying to sort of figure out what on earth is going on with her and how to stop it, and it is just the most incredible original tale, and I need a sequel. Catherine, you need to write a sequel, please. I need a sequel. Next up, Storm Dancer by J. Christoph. I had no idea what this was about. I just finished Barefoot on the Wind and was really looking for another sort of Asian themed novel, YA, and I've heard so many good things about J. Christoph, and this one sort of seems to follow that whole Asian theme, so I was just like, you know what, I saw it in the pound shop as well, so you can't say no, for £1, and it's so pretty. It's just so pretty, so I'm gonna read it. I think there's actually a sequel, or is this the sequel? I don't know. There's more than one book in it. It's got like the other one on the back. So yes, I definitely want to read this soon. My shelves are going to be like a mass of books at this rate. Also, sorry about the light. It's like really dark outside, but I can't wait. I need to film this. I want to be able to put them onto my shelves. Next up, The Trees by Ali Shaw. And I'm not gonna lie, this is a complete and utter cover buy because look how damn gorgeous it is. I love it. I love it. I love it. I think this is a more adult fantasy one about sort of people disappearing into the forest, and it's sort of a group of people going off to find the lost people. I don't know, I really did just sort of fall in love with this cover and I knew I needed to own it, so, but it does look pretty interesting, so I'm sure I'll love it too. Next up is Slade Hausa by David Mitchell, and it has these gorgeous green edges which I'm loving, and a really pretty cover again. It looks very oriental themed. So this was actually started on Twitter as sort of being told in a novel via the 150 character limits, so tweet by tweet, and then it made up this novel, so I'm really intrigued to see what that sort of consists of. I don't know too much about it. I think it's loosely like magical realism, I could be wrong, but the whole concept of making a novel over Twitter just really intrigues me, so I want to see what happens. This is probably the quickest haul I've ever done, even though there's 1,000,001 books, because I need to go out, literally. I meant to have like a haircut in I think 2 hours, and I've got to get the whole other side across town, so yeah, wish me luck. Next up, Lorelei by Lorelei Dr. This is a mermaid book, a sort of mermaid tale. There isn't too much on the back, but I went to the panel, I loved what she sort of had to say, I thought she sounded like a really intriguing, interesting person, and so I thought I would pick up her book because I've never read anything to do with mermaids, unless you count The Little Mermaid, which counts I suppose. But yes, so let me know in the comments actually, have you guys read any mermaid books? What do you think of them? What's your favourite one? Because maybe it's a genre that or like a category of YA that I should get into more. Let me know what you think. I'm gonna run out of room on my shelves for this like standing up. Next up, I picked up Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. She is coming to the UK with Rainbow Rowell, and I'm gonna see her in London, so I was just like, I need to get like all the books so that I can get them all signed, and I've been meaning to read this for so long. I've been holding off on buying Crooked Kingdom because I believe the ticket that I bought sort of comes with one book from each author, so I definitely need to check which ones they are actually. But yes, I've heard such great things about this. You've probably heard things about it too, because let's face it, Leigh Bardugo is everywhere. So yes, I picked it up. Finally. Next up is The Sign of One by Eugene Lambert, an amazing book. I again have actually read this since buying it and went to the panel, and it is just such an intriguing book. I can't wait for the sequel. It's apparently going to be a trilogy, so we have 2 more to wait for. Basically it is a book that focuses around twins, and one of the twins is sort of born with enhanced abilities and deemed a twist, which is like a really bad, it means they'll turn into a monster, so they're sort of taken away by society and killed essentially. And it's all about our main character Kyle sort of learning that the world is really not what it seemed, and I don't want to give anything away. You need to read this. It's so cool. I remember seeing a lot about the Fire Sign, which also has twins, alphas and omegas, so yeah, maybe if you've read that, I've not actually read it yet, but maybe if you've read that and you like the whole idea of reading stuff to do with twins, you should definitely pick up The Sign of One. I don't even think I said the name. The Sign of One. So yeah, it's really good. I really loved it, so totally recommend. I have so many books with nowhere near the end. Okay, Empire of Storms. Obviously, I picked up Empire of Storms. Sarah J. Maas, I met her last night. Oh my freaking god, she is amazing. I love her. I'm so excited to read this book. But yes, Queen, she was amazing. I can't believe I got to meet her. It was so good. So yes, I, like every other booktuber in the world, probably, picked up a copy of Empire of Storms. And I actually managed to get a copy that was pre-signed, so even if it is a book plate, but yes, I'm pretty chuffed with that. Railhead by Philip Reeves. Space opera. Super awesome. I went to his panel as well. I feel like I've just been going to panel after panel this month. But yes, I've been sort of chatting to him at a couple of conventions now, and I've been really intrigued by his book. I've also got a copy of Blacklight Express, which is the sequel, which he did this really cool drawing inside, which I am loving so much. It is so cool. But yes, he is an artist, just saying. So yeah, I actually picked this up as well. So they are 2 in a series. I don't know too much about it other than it is a space opera. It's set on another planet. You've got a train that sort of carries you between planets, and there are cyborgs and like robot things and I don't know, just loads of crazy creatures, and it sounds right up my alley. So that is Railhead, and then Blacklight Express is the sequel. Next, I picked up a beautiful copy of Nevernight by J. Kristoff because it's so damn pretty. Literally, these books, oh my gosh, in love. I don't even know what it's about, quite frankly. I've just heard everybody raving about it, and it is so beautiful, and it's fantasy, and I love everything fantasy, and I can't put the sleeve back on. So yeah, I had to pick it up, literally. I needed it in my life, and I love it. And it's beautiful, and it's like my favourite hardback, and I'm hugging it now apparently. I also picked up Illuminate. Like I said, I got a copy of Jomla, so of course I needed to get Illuminate. Yes, I did just almost hit myself in the face with that. That was close. So yeah, I remember when this came out originally in hardback with the crazy fancy cover, being really intrigued. It's told like via notes and like case files and stuff. It sounds really intriguing, and I've not seen much sort of like that done. So I'm definitely going to pick this up soon. I want to try and read them before the sort of Jomla is actually released, but that is in 8 days, and I have a lot of other things to read. This is my problem. I have so many books that I want to read, and then ones that I need to read for uni, and I'm trying to balance, and it is so hard. So yes, Illuminate. Okay, we're slowly coming to the end-ish. I have 2 more books for university, so they're kind of boring. They're not ones that I would have picked up myself. But we have The Dragon Can't Dance by Elle Lovelace, and then The Shadow Lines by Amitav Ghosh, I think that's how you say her name. Again, I'm doing a module on post-colonialism, so we had to pick up a bunch of these like really post-colonial-y books, I guess. So I guess I've got to read them. This is like a crazy large book haul. Somebody should stop me. So next up, I'm going to Anna McCarro's workshop this Thursday. So I picked up a copy of Crewmen and Red Witch, and I just said them the wrong way round. But hey, so yeah, I really wanted to sort of read her books before the event. Again, fantasy, magic, witches, all of that good stuff. I believe that is actually the first one, so Crewmen first, then Red Witch. So I'm going to try and read them by Thursday as well. Ugh, so many books to read, so little time, literally. So many books. So yes, I've picked these up. They have really interesting covers. I'm in love with them. They're so pretty. I love covers with black, white and red. I don't know why, but these have all 3 of those colours. So right up my alley again. Ah! Don't fall, please. I'm so sorry if this is like a really boring video because I have so many damn books. So next up, I got a copy of The Call by Pada Okay, I learned his name is Pada, and I can't remember how to pronounce his last name. It's Irish, it's like Guilin. I don't know, I'm sorry. I need to like have a dictionary of words, of names, not words. I need to have like a dictionary of author names, please. If somebody can make that with like pronunciations, I will be set for life. So yes, this is a magical sort of tale, and apparently it's like horror and really scary, and a lot of people have been saying it's super dark, and I think it's when you're 10, sort of these fairies can call on you, and basically 9 out of 10 kids die, so it's kind of like Battle Royale, Hunger Games, that kind of thing, but a lot more horror and scary from what I can make out. So I'm really, really excited to read this actually, and it was really funny. I turned up to his event, and literally, because I'm on Twitter 24/7, he's actually written in it, Tazina, better dancer than the Sidhi, I don't know how to say it again. But yeah, Basically, I turned up, he took one look at me and just goes, "You're that K-pop dancer on Twitter." So if you didn't know, I actually dance, like I have a second channel and I dance to K-pop tracks and I post them on my Twitter occasionally, like when I upload them. And he's obviously seen it and recognised me as that K-pop dancer, and I am never gonna forget that. That was so brilliant, that was so funny. That K-pop dancer from Twitter. So yes, I'm really excited to read this book, and that was just like, that was like the highlight of my day, just being called that K-pop dancer from Twitter. So yes, the call. I feel like this is actually around on BookTube quite a lot at the moment, so let me know if you guys have read it. I'd love to hear what you think. Okay, there's like a handful of books left, I promise. I picked up, again from Waterstones for £1. I'm loving the sale area of Waterstones recently. This one isn't even like damaged. Maria V. Schneider's Taste of Darkness. I believe this is the second or third in a trilogy, but everybody sort of talks about but everybody talks about Maria Schneider so much that I kind of want to get into some of her work, and I figured that considering how cheap it was, this wasn't a bad place to start. So again, because this isn't the first book, I'm not going to read too much from the back, but I think that it's like kingdoms and fantasy and magic and poison and just awesomeness. My descriptions are just getting slowly worse and worse as we're going on this video, because I need to leave and I've been filming for like 20 minutes. Oh my gosh, I'm going to be so late. So next I picked up a Japanese to English dictionary because I study Japanese in the evenings on a Tuesday. So I thought this might actually help because I've missed 2 classes because of events, so I thought maybe I can just like read a word a day or something and try and learn it. Maybe that'll help, I don't know. Maybe that was just like the stupidest idea, but hey, I have a dictionary now. There is literally no room left. Like, where is the room? Next up, Maggie Stiefvater's Ballad. I have no idea what this is about. I don't even care. It's by Maggie Stiefvater. I needed it in my life. Oh, it's a sequel to Lament. I have Lament. Now I can read them both together. So as it's a sequel, I'm not going to look at it, but I think it's to do with fairies, and it's Maggie Stiefvater, like I said. She is Bae, so this is bound to be awesome. And I love the covers. It sort of fits with my version of the Shiver trilogy. I have the old school ones. I love all the old covers more. I have no room. Like, where do you put books when you run out of room? Squish. 2 more books. We're so close. We're so close. I don't know how I'm going to pick these all up for a thumbnail. Oh my... Yeah, that's gonna go great. Next up is Lying About Last Summer by Sue Woolman. This is about a girl whose sister died, so she goes to sort of a camp sort of for bereaved children, and then she starts getting texts from somebody claiming to be her dead sister. So is it her sister? Is it not her sister? You gotta read on to find out. I'm really excited to read this one actually. It's kind of like contemporary but with a twist, much like More of Me, because I'm not a huge contemporary fan, but ones where they have these twists to them, I find them a lot more interesting. Okay, last book. I think it's the last book. The last book is Mr. Darcy Vampire, and it is by Amanda Grange, and I saw this in a charity shop. I didn't even know it exists, but apparently Mr. Darcy is a vampire. So I love Pride and Prejudice, everything about it, so whenever I see retellings or like reimaginings or versions, I always pick them up. I still want Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, although I have seen the movie, which was I don't know what I expected. I kind of enjoyed it, but at the same time I think it could be better. But still, Mr. Darcy Vampire, it's bound to be hilarious. I imagine it being like Pride and Prejudice crossed with Twilight or something, so I'll definitely have to let you guys know what I think of this. And that is it! That is the book haul of September. I bought 1 billion books, but I would just like to clarify that like 8 out of 10 of these were off Amazon or were from charity shops, because if I bought these all new, I think I would have to like sell my everything, because I just don't have the money for this. So yes, hopefully in October I don't buy quite as many. I mean, it's the 10th of October and I've bought 2 books. I'm quite proud, I'm quite happy with that. I think that's okay. That's not a bad amount to buy. So yeah, let me know what books you've bought recently and what you think I should read first, because let's face it, I have far too many to choose from. So yeah, I post several videos a week, so subscribe to find out when I post a new one, and I'll see you next time, guys. Bye! How are we going to do this? Somehow we're gonna hold all these books and we're gonna take a freaking thumbnail. It's gonna happen. It's not gonna be easy, but it's gonna happen, and then I'm gonna have no strength left in the world. Oh my gosh. This isn't even her. I've got a few too many books here. It's like passing my face, and I can't hold them all. I can't hold all my books. I am so determined right now. You don't realise how determined I am. I'm gonna hold them all if it's the last thing I do. Oh my gosh, okay, I don't think I can pick up. Ah!